Online students, can you all hear me?
Yes, Likita.
Okay. So yesterday session I did not take. So those who missed, I have not taken the session also. Okay. So due to some work, I couldn't join. One of our student got some job in IIM. So we are talking regarding that and conducted some session for them. So I couldn't take the session. Okay. So in the last two sessions, we have discussed about like what is database and what is normalization. And also we discussed about like how to install the database. And I showed you the installation procedure and how to open it and all. I think, okay. So did you all do it? Did you install the database? Online students? Sai, Ganesh, Veera, did you install Oracle database? Okay. Excuse me, sorry. So after this, we have seen about the introduction. So today we are going to start SQL. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. I have shared the notes also for the SQL batch. I think they will share the link for you. Okay. I informed about the recordings also for the React. They told they will share in your group. Okay. What React JS. Okay, so SQL stands for Structured Query Language. So whatever the topics we have discussed, like to store the data, retrieve the data, insert, all these things we have to perform in the database, right? So for that we have one common language, that is SQL. So through this we will perform all the coding that we have discussed in last two sessions for splitting the table or viewing the information, deleting or inserting. We all will do through this language. Okay. So now in the SQL, basically in beginning, the commands are categorized into three ways. We have three types of commands. First one is like a DDL command. What is that? DDL command. And DDL stands for Data Definition Language. Data Definition Language. And next one you have as like DML. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. And we have next DCL as well as TCL. DCL stands for Data Control Language and TCL stands for Transaction Control Language. These are the four types of categories we have. They tell sometimes only three, DCL or TCL, both they will include in that only. So DDL, DML, and then what? DCL. DDL, Data Definition Language, where you will be having queries to like creating a new table or whatever the data you have, that we will put in data definition. So data manipulation means what? Manipulation means what? Changing. You are changing some data, right? So whenever you want to change the data by insertion, deletion, updation, these are all coming under category of what? Changing. So that is data manipulation, like insertion, deletion, updation. These all will come under category of what? Data manipulation, deletion, update command, all these things. And data control and transaction control commands. Here we have for the both categories few commands like commit, roll back, and then save point. These all come under TCL or DCL, data control and the transaction control commands. And also the few more commands, two more, grant and revoke, for controlling the transactions. So the data control means commit, rollback and save point, and transaction control commands means grant and revoke. These are the two sets of, like, the sets of commands we have: DDL, DML and DCL. So DDL commands means, as I said, you will be creating a new table. Like whenever you wanted to create a table or alter the table or remove the table. So creating table means whenever you want to store some information, you need that in a tabular format. I said RDBMS will store the data in a table, right? RDBMS will store the data in a table. So that's the reason we are storing, first creating one table, and then next, if you want, you can alter the table data. Altering means what? First, you added in a table serial number, name, address. You wanted to alter table by adding a column like mobile address, mobile number, like that. You wanted to add one more column, or you wanted to remove one column. Then for that, you will be using what? Alter command. Alter is not updation. Updation is different. Alteration is different. Update will update the data, like you are updating, you gave one mobile number, after 2 months or 6 months you changed your mobile number. I will update only your data, but table column is common. మీ మొబైల్ నెంబర్ మాత్రం మారుతుంది. అలా కాకుండా ఒక కాలం యాడ్ చేయాలన్నా రిమూవ్ చేయాలన్నా ఏ కమాండ్ యూస్ చేస్తాం? ఆల్టర్. లేదా డేటా టైప్ కానీ సైజ్ కానీ ఏదైనా టేబుల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ రిలేటెడ్ ఉన్నదాన్ని ఏం చేస్తాం? ఆల్టరింగ్ అంటాం. ఓకే. సో ఫస్ట్ మనం కొన్ని కమెంట్స్ ఒక ఫ్లోలో చూద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్, తర్వాత ఇన్సర్ట్, తర్వాత డిలీట్, అప్డేట్, ఇవన్నీ చూస్తాం అనమాట. సో క్రియేట్, ఆల్టర్, డ్రాప్ ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ కమాండ్స్? డిడిఎల్ కమాండ్స్, డేటా డెఫినిషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కమాండ్. సో మనం స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్, వన్ బై వన్ అన్ని కమాండ్స్ చూస్తాం. సో లెట్ us see here. Now how to open the database? You have to go to the search, and here you have to type what? SQL plus, and then you can click on open. Then it will open a SQL prompt like this, where you have to enter what? Username, and then you have to enter what? Password. So the password is like whatever password you have given during the installation. Okay, clear? Online students, I think you have joined new batch people also today. So do you want me to revise what is database and what is DBMS and RDBMS? Anyone I think today they joined the new batch people also, like Gautam and Bhargav. You are from which batch? I3, Gautam,
56.
56. ఓకే. సో నేను మీకు క్లాస్ ఎండింగ్లో ఒకసారి రివిజన్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనండి?
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే. సో జస్ట్ కమాండ్స్ ఎట్లా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలనేది చూడండి. సో క్లాస్ ఎండింగ్లో మీరు మిస్ అయిన సెషన్స్, మీకు నేను జస్ట్ 2 సెషన్సే, మీకు రికార్డింగ్స్ కూడా పంపిస్తారు. ఒకసారి అది చూసినా మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. బట్ ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కనుక నేను ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే. So here database is mainly used for what? Storing huge amount of data. So for storing the data, we are using Oracle database here to store data in terms of tables. So now I'm going to create. This is how, when we install database, you will get the username by default as system, sys or sysdba, and password while installing it will ask. Those who installed, they will know, like during installation it will ask you to enter password. That password you have to type. Remember one thing, when you are typing, it will not show the dots or stars also. That is more secured. You will type it, but it won't be visible in any format. But if you type correct, it will log in. If you type wrong, it will tell unsuccessful password. Okay, once again I will show you. See, once you install Oracle database, I will tell the steps again, those who don't know, at the last. You have to select SQL plus, and when you select it, you have to enter the username system and password. See, I am typing but it is not visible, and if I type some other letters, it is telling incorrect password. See, I typed the wrong one. Again I am typing username system, password. Now I am correcting, typing correct. It is logged in successfully. Is it clear, all online students? Is it clear, everyone? So like this we have to log in. And then once you logged in, first we will see the ddl command, that is creating a table. Okay, so how, what is the syntax and how to execute it, first I will show you. Okay, the first thing is here, we are seeing the ddl command. The ddl command, the first one I am telling you how to create command. So for every query, first I will tell the syntax, then we will see the example. So how to create table, and then you have to write the table name. Okay, what is the table name? And then you have to provide the arguments, whatever the variables or any parameters, you have to pass it here, arguments. And then data type of it, what is that data type? And then in brackets you will provide what, size. Like this you will be continuing, how many number you want, you will continue like that. And then you will close and end with semicolon. Clear, everyone? You have to write like that. Okay, so you have to create table, table name and argument, data type, size. Like this you have to continue. Clear, all? So example, now see the example how to create it. Create table. Suppose I am creating one table for SQL 7. I am creating table name is that, you can give any name, employee, student, person, anything you can give. I am creating SQL 7 as my table name. And in this table I am storing people details. ID is my argument name. And what is the data type here? In programming languages you have data types, no? What are the data types? Integer, character, float and all. Here we have also data types, we'll discuss about that. But if you wanted to store a number in SQL or integer, you have to use the data type as what, number. It's not like int or integer, it is what, number. In some MySQL or here it will support the data type, instead of number you can also use what, int. That also will support, but usually we give what, number. And I told we will specify size, means how much big number you want to store. ID number 10 places or 20 places, what is the size of that number? You can give your wish, like 10, 20, like that. I'm giving what, size, maximum size I wanted to give as 10, comma, I wanted to store a name. And what is the data type of name? It will be characters, no? Any person name will be characters. So I will give here the data type as what, char. And I will provide the size, name can be little big, so I'm giving as what, 20. It is your wish. And then what, mobile number, what I'm giving, mobile number, MBNO. If you want, you can give full name, mobile number. And mobile number also, mobile NO. This is the name and its data type is what, number. How much maximum its size will be? I'm giving 11 digits. Okay, like this you can write how many number of columns you want, that many, and specify the data type, size. And once you are done, close the bracket, main bracket that you open here, this one, end with what, semicolon. Then one table will be created. Clear, everyone? This is a command to create the table. Now let us run this table. Just I am writing again the same table. create table, and the table name I'm creating like SQL 7, and here I'm writing ID space what, number, and which is of size 7, 10, whatever you want you can give, name, and the data type what I have given character, and then I'm specifying the size as some 15, and then mobile number MBNO, and data type is again number, and I'm giving here the size as what, 11. And now, okay, a person may have address also, no, I'm giving one more column, that is what, address. And address, what is the data type? But numbers also will be there, no, string. Like that we have here something called varchar or varchar2. What is that? Varchar means both variables, numbers and characters. So if you are storing only numbers, take number, only characters means take character. You want both means you can take what, varchar also. So it is for storing both type of data. And here also I'm specifying size, address is like some 25, and then close this, close the main bracket that we have opened for table, and then end with what, semicolon, and press enter. Then if there is no error in the syntax, what message we get, table created. If there is any error, see, suppose I missed closing this bracket, I'm and I changed the table name, because with same name it can't create two tables. Okay, I'm adding like the table name as like SQLL I am creating. What it is telling, missing right parenthesis. It is telling you have missed the parenthesis means what, bracket. Okay, so it has created table with the name SQL 7. Clear everyone? How to create a table? This is the first command in the database to store the data in the table. First table has to be present, no? So first I am creating one table. Okay. So those who are attending first time, don't worry about the installation of Oracle. I will tell once again in the last. You once you install the database, you can open the SQL command line with the username and the password, and when you log into that, you will get the chance to create the table like this. Now still we did not insert any data, it is empty. How to see the description of the table means, what is, sometimes you create 100 tables, you don't know how many columns are there, what are its data type, how much size you gave, you want to know the description about it. When you purchase any product, a mobile or anything, you will see the description, no? If you go to and buy a simple bottle also, you will see what is the name of it, who manufactured it, anything, expiry date for medicines, you will see the description. Like that, if you want to see the description of the table, you have to type what, DESC, and what is the table name, SQL 7, and then end with semicolon. We got table column, table name is SQL 7, ID, name, mobile number, and address. These are the data types and what, sizes. Clear everyone? So we have created the table and we have seen the description of the table. అర్థమైందండి అందరికీ? So just I'm copying this command here in the text. Just okay, already I have given here, no, I will write the new one. So at the SQL you will get message like this once you create the table. And the next I'm going to write here to see description of table, and then you have to write here this is the command to see the description of the table. Okay, it will show you the table structure like this, whatever you got it created. Online students, is it clear how to create the table? We can create the table in multiple ways. We can create table from already existing table also, but we'll see little later. For that already one table has to be there, so we can see that. Okay, Satvik, Sairam, Veera, everyone, is it clear? Gayatri, Bhargav,
Yes, ma'am.
Gaut, okay, Prasanna. Okay, so just we created the table. Once we created and saw the description, next our duty is to insert. What we have to do? Insert. Yes or no? Insertion to the table data is important. Otherwise, we cannot perform. Okay, so we wanted to insert the data. So, how to insert data? I am writing syntax. See here, insert into what is a table name that you have to provide, table name, and then you have to provide a word called values, and here you will be writing the values of the columns. What are the table columns we have in SQL 7? ID, name, mobile number, and address. So if you want to specify in particular column, you have to specify the column name. If you want to enter all the values, you can directly write insert into table name values, and you will insert the values here like value 1 comma value 2 comma, like this you will continue how many ever values you want. Now I will insert this through the example. See, insert into what is the table name? SQL 7, and then what you are going to write? Values. And I'm entering the values here. Val 1, like ID is 1, and then name. Okay, remember one thing, in programming language, if it is a single character, you will put single quotes. If it is more than one character, you will put in what? Double quotes. Yes or no? That is the rule, I think so, in a Python also. But in SQL, even though it is a name more than one character, you have to write in single quote only. There is no double quote representation. So, name I am writing here like Sai. Okay, and then mobile number, I'm giving some mobile number, and then address, I'm just giving only the city name, that is Hyderabad, HYD, and then closing the bracket, and then semicolon. See, number means no need of quotes. Character or varchar you have to put in quotes, the any single quote, no double quotes, and then enter. Okay, what it is telling? Spelling mistake is there. Insert. Okay, see, okay, one row has been inserted. Clear? Like this, you can insert multiple rows. So, in SQL command line, to get the previous command, you press up arrow mark, you will get the previous command. Okay, if you keep on going, you can get the previous commands so that it is easy to enter. So, again, I am entering here 2, and then here I am writing like Prasanna. And mobile number, I can enter any mobile number, and then city, you can have same city also, but I'm just changing Bangalore. What it is telling? One row inserted. Got it? So we have created table, and we have also inserted the data into the table. So just, is it clear, all of you? I'm just copying this query. Okay, all of you understood? So like this we have to create, and we have to insert the data into the table. Just insert into table name values. You have to give spaces, everything in exact same way. If you are giving something like a space insert into, then it will be giving error. That's a predefined word, so you have to write it in the same way. Insert into table name and values. So we have inserted the data. Now we inserted in all rows. What? ID, name, mobile number, and address. Now, suppose you have joined and you told, I did not take the mobile number yet, I will tell after 2 days. Then I have to insert only ID, name, and address. Mobile number I will insert later when you provide me. How to insert only specific columns? So, same insert command you can write for only specific columns. See here, inserting data in few columns or specific columns. So how to write that? See the syntax, how to write in specific columns. Insert into table name, and you will provide the columns, which columns you want to insert. You want to insert ID, and you want to insert name, and you want to insert like ID, name, mobile number, and then city, address I gave. What is that? Address. Column names you want to insert three. Okay, if you want you can insert one also, but how many columns you want to insert, that you have to provide here. What? Column names. And then you have to write what? Values. Okay, here actually this is syntax, no? I will write like column 1 comma column 2 comma column 3, and after values you will provide three values only, like val 1 comma val 2 comma val 3. So now you can enter only how many columns? Three columns that you specified. Now I will show here in the table also. Insert into, what is the table name? SQL 7. And here I will provide, I will insert only ID comma name. That's it. I will not insert three. And then values. So I'm inserting ID is like 3, and then name, I'm giving like Veera, and then close this semicolon. Now I can insert only two values like this. If you want to insert all, you can use this query. If you want to insert only specific columns, you have to insert like this. Insert into table name, which columns you want, and then what? Values. Clear all? All of you make a note of these three things: creation, insertion, and inserting in different way. Okay, the first one is create table. First of all of you, if you write once, it will be easy for you. This is for creating table, and next inserting, and then inserting in two ways. Okay, and then next is for inserting. So same table, if you are creating like me, you can practice easily. This is to what? Insert. If you want to insert into specific columns, you have to specify the column names like this, and then insert. Okay, you wrote? Okay, fine. All of you, is it clear? So far, is it clear or is it confusing? Veera, Satvik, Satya, Gautam, is it clear? How to create and insert data? Okay. What about others? Sai Ganesh. Okay, fine. Now, so we have created, we have inserted data. One more table I will do it. Next is what we have to display the data. Yes or no? How to display the data? There is a command like select statement to display the data. So this is commander like where you are viewing the data. So the next command, the third one we are going to see is what? Select. Okay, so select command is used for viewing the data. After in creating and inserting, you want to view the data in table that you have created. So for viewing the data, what is the syntax? So the first one is select, and if you want, you will provide the column names or you will provide star. Star means it gives what? Everything from table name. From what? Table name. Now example I can show here. Now select star from SQL 7 semicolon. SQL 7. Now I will type the same command in the SQL command line. See here, select star from what is the table name? SQL 7 semicolon. We got the data. First time I inserted all the rows, so ID, name, mobile number, and address. It is very big because we have size is 25, no? That's why it came very big. ID, name, mobile number, and address. Like this, you have to. Here I have inserted only ID and name, and you want to display only names then and mobile number. I select name comma, what is the column name? Mobile number from what is the table name? SQL 7. If you give star, it will give everything. But you want only specific columns. కొన్ని కాలమ్సే కావాలి. ఏ కాలం కావాలో ఆ కాలం నేమ్స్ ఇస్తే సరిపోతుంది. సెలెక్ట్ నేమ్ కామా మొబైల్ నెంబర్. You are getting only now name and mobile number. If you are giving single column, select you want only mobile number. You can get. Understood? Select is very important and very lengthy query. It has so much things. In interviews also, they will ask mostly on select query. And recently, I said right, IBM interview, one student got selected. They asked SQL questions also. So mostly they asked on SQL query. It's like very simple, but for this we can add so many conditions. You want to view the data whose columns are empty, or you want to view the data whose name starts with yes. Like that you can have so many. Who is getting commission? Like that you have different types of queries, you can create it. So select is like very important query. Okay, so now whenever you want to view all data, you have to give star. If you want to view only selected few columns, select, you can write like column name. You want like name and address only, then you will give select name comma address from table name, that is SQL 7. Got it? Understood? So like this we have to write the select query. అర్థమైంది కదండి అందరికీ. సో ఇట్లా మీరు ఒకసారి మీరు కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, మీ క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇంకొక టేబుల్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్ చూపిస్తాను సో దట్ మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. సో క్రియేట్ టేబుల్, అండ్ నౌ I am creating a table for, let us say we are creating table for student. Student is 7 I am creating. Okay, maybe because with the same name, if other table is there, we cannot create again. If I'm trying to create again SQL table that we have created, SQL 7, what it is telling, name already existed, we cannot create. See, this is not case sensitive. Query is not case sensitive, but data, when you are comparing, it is case sensitive. If I give capital, if you are telling, if you think like in programming language, I give capital S and capital Q, then SQL 7, then also it will tell name already existed, because it is not case sensitive. Query is not case sensitive. Okay. Now I will create one more table. See here, create table, and I'm creating like student 7. And here I'm creating table now. Student ID, which is of data type number, and then I'm giving the size as like 7. And then comma, student name. Here I'm giving like the data type character, and the size is like 15. And then student date of birth, this is important. What is that? Date of birth. So now how to give the date of birth? It is a combination of number and some special symbols is it is there. So to store the date, you have a specific data type, that is what? Date. Okay, so combination of characters and all you can give varchar, but date is specific type, right? So for that we have to give what? Date as the data type. And then for that you need not specify size, you can give just the data type as what? Date. And then student course name. So student course I am writing, just what course he has joined. This is like character, and then I will give like a 7. And okay, ID, name, date of birth, course he took, and like how much marks he secured. So student marks, and the data type is number, and I will give like maximum size is 3. Okay, like this I have added few columns: ID, name, date of birth, and then what? Marks. And then I am closing the table, and then enter. Table got created. See everyone, create table, table name, and then ID, name, date of birth, course, and marks. Okay, now here after creating the table, you want to insert the data. Insert into, what is the table name? Student 7. And then what? Values. If you want to enter every value, you can directly write like this. And ID is like I'm giving as 101, comma, name, I student name, you are giving like any name you can give, Satvik. And then date of birth. So whatever date of birth you want, you can give like a 23. That is what? Day. And a month. How you have to specify? You see here. Date of birth also you have to specify in single quote. So day and then month. Jan, Feb, March. Has one unique representation: day, month, and year. So month, let us say it is Jan, and then year you can give something like 1998, something I'm giving. Okay, and then what else we have to enter? Course, which course you have taken. So I'm taking like Python. And then I was writing like next, what? Marks. He got like 94 marks. Close the bracket, and then end with what? Semicolon. Inserted. So the date should be inserted in this format. One new thing you are seeing: day, month, and year. If you are giving like in different way, suppose you are giving like a January, and you are passing here like this. Okay, you can give Jan or January, but if you are giving here day, month, and here you are representing like day, we are getting error, right? So first number, then character, and then again year. So it follows this format: insert into table name and then what? Values. This is how you have to insert the date. Okay, like this you can insert the date. Clear? All of you note down these two queries, how to insert the date. Either you can insert this way or this way. This is to create a table and insert. I will share this note also so that you can just check the queries also once again. But if you write once, you will be understanding better. If you want, you can, anyone online students also, I'll give 2 minutes time. You can just make a note. Like this, you can insert multiple rows. I'm inserting few more rows just to view the data. And further, if whenever you want to perform some calculations, you can give like this. Name is Satya, and then 10 Feb 1 row got inserted. Now to view the data, I will write like select star from, what is the table name? Student 7 semicolon. Now it displayed all the data. Okay, it displayed each and every data. 10. Still I am not adding primary key constraints and all, so it is allowing what? Duplicate values also. If I give primary key, it won't. That we will see a little later in constraints. Okay, so select star from table name will give you all the values. Suppose I want only specific columns, like I want the student id, and we want the student name, and then we want like his marks. Just then from student 7, see, we got only the id, name and marks. Id, name and marks. Like this you can fetch the data, that whatever you want, only the specific columns. Okay, so since so many new people have joined today, last 5 10 minutes, I will just do the revision. Like whoever have missed the session, those who already listened to the recordings, or if you attended last two sessions, last session I yesterday I did not take. Only two sessions have been completed. That too, I gave only what is database and normalization. We did not go to the query also. Today only I started practical. So those who have doubts and wanted to listen the last 2 days topics, you can wait. Others, all of you put your name, ID number, and batch number, and then after that you can log out. Okay. Those who want to listen, like the last 2 days topics, they can wait. Towards Sai Ganesh, no? Python 51. If you want, you can. I will just revise what is database and what is normalization, because I think new people join, no? They uh, okay. All of you give like this. Bhargav have given, right? 51 batch Python. Like that, you can just add. Bhargav, you are listening today for the first time, or you attended last two sessions?
I have attended last two sessions, ma'am.
Okay, then fine. If you want, you can leave.
Okay, ma'am.
Those, those who have gone through the recordings and those who have attended last two sessions, they can leave. Others can wait and listen if you want. All of you just first provide your name, batch, and ID number. Okay. So just enter your IDs, everyone. So last two sessions we have just discussed about what is database and what is the differences between database, DBMS and RDBMS. So first of all, we are learning here this SQL through Oracle database. Now, is it if it is Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL, whatever database you are using, this is the common language. So why we are using this database? Generally, whenever you wanted to store huge amount of data, then you will store the database. So, like when real time applications like Facebook, Flipkart, Amazon, when you log in, they will store your information. Like first time when you're registering. So, for storing all those information, they need some database. It is impossible to store lakhs of millions of people data in a small book or a file, right? So that is the reason database came into existence, where it can store huge amount of. Okay, so like that we have Oracle, MySQL, like this different databases are there. Okay, and the next one we also have seen the differences between DBMS and RDBMS also. So to when you install Oracle, you will be having a password and all. So now what are the differences between DBMS and RDBMS? Both are used for storing data, but DBMS is storing the data in terms of files, and RDBMS is storing the data in terms of tables. That is one of the major difference. Files and tables. So when it is storing in files, it is very difficult for them to manipulate, delete, or any check the duplicate values and all. But when you are storing through RDBMS, it is very easy to make the manipulation and retrieve the data also faster, and it is more secured also when you are comparing with DBMS. DBMS and RDBMS is a software where it is running on your system to store the data in different formats, either file or tables. If you are storing in file, it is DBMS. XML files, or these are examples of DBMS. Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, these are all examples of RDBMS. And it is very easy in RDBMS to provide the relationship between one or two tables, whatever tables you are having, it is very easy to provide the relationship. And also, RDBMS will follow one of the very important properties, that is acid properties, which are not followed by DBMS properly. Atomicity. Acid stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Okay, so are you following? If I am very fast and if you couldn't understand, please let me know. I will go little slowly. Okay, class notes. They have created the group, Veera. They will send the Google Classroom link today. You will get the notes by today. I shared already the notes. Only they will share the link in the group as soon as the class is done. You will get both recordings and notes in 1 2 hours. Okay, next. So RDBMS will follow all the acid properties. What do you mean by atomicity? Atomicity means whenever you are starting any transaction, either have to start it when you are very much sure you will complete it. If it is not completed, then you should not start it. Something like, I will show this with an example picture. See, all of you. See here, what do you mean by atomicity? This document also I have shared in the Google Classroom. Everything you will be getting. Okay, now see, let us see what do you mean by atomicity in the acid properties. So, atomicity, as I said, when you are very much sure you will complete the transaction, then you have to start it. Otherwise, don't start it. See, suppose you are transferring from one account to another account. అంటే ఒక జనరల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కూడా చెప్తాను. మనం ఏదన్నా షాప్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు అందరూ గూగుల్ పేనే యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా మోస్ట్లీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్కి, మనీ కన్నా కూడా. సో ఎక్కడన్నా మనం ఒక్కోసారి మనీ పే చేసినప్పుడు మన అకౌంట్లో నుంచి డిడక్ట్ అవుతాయి కానీ వాళ్ళ అకౌంట్లోకి రావు. లేదా మనం ఏటీఎంకి వెళ్ళి మనీ విత్డ్రా చేసినా ఒక్కోసారి బ్యాలెన్స్ డిడక్ట్ అవుతుంది కానీ మనీ రాదు. అంటే ఏంటి, ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది కానీ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఎండ్ అవ్వలేదు, మనీ రాకుండానే ఎండ్ అయిపోయింది. అంటే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్లీ డన్. Then you tell this transaction is not following the atomicity rule. If the transaction started, it has to complete it in all the steps involved in it. It should not deduct at all, and then it is not depositing in other accounts. That is not proper, right? So that is not your transaction is not following atomicity. If it is following atomicity, then it has to deduct from your account and it has to insert in other account also. Okay, that is what do you mean by atomicity. Now you see here, in A account 30 rupees are there and you debited 10. Okay, the money is debited 10, available balance is 20. When you transferred, before it is 100, when it is credited it has to become 110, but it is not crediting. There is a failure in the crediting. That means it is partial execution. This is not executed completely. Then it is not following the atomicity property. Then how to do it? If it is following, then we tell, okay, RDBMS is following the atomicity property. So when you deducted 10, your became 20 and here it became 110, credited successfully. That means your transaction is following the atomicity property properly. Okay, so now RDBMS will follow this. If you are practicing, if you are doing through Oracle database, then it will follow all these rules properly. Okay, and the next one is like consistency. What it is, all will be little similar throughout your whatever transactions you are making. The word consistency means the value should be remain preserved, the integrity should be maintained. If you changes are made, it should be properly maintained throughout all the transactions before and after transaction also it should be same. It should be సేమ్. ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను చూడండి. ఒక సపోజ్ నా అకౌంట్లో ఒక 1000 రూపీస్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను పర్సన్ ఏకి ఒక 500, పర్సన్ బికి ఒక 500 పంపిస్తున్నాను అనుకుందాం. పంపించేటప్పుడు ఓకే ఎనీవే పంపిస్తున్నాను కదా అని చెప్పి నా అకౌంట్లో బ్యాలెన్స్ 1000 ఇమీడియట్గా ఏకి పంపించగానే 500 అయిపోవాలి. అంతేగాని బికి కూడా సికి కూడా పంపించాక మన అకౌంట్ అప్డేట్ అవ్వకూడదు. ఓకే ఫస్ట్ 1000 రూపీస్ బ్యాలెన్స్ ఉంది. బికి నేను ఒక 500, సికి ఒక 500 పంపిస్తున్నాను అనుకుందాం. ఓకే బికి పంపించాక ఇమీడియట్గా నా బ్యాలెన్స్ 500 అయిపోవాలి. అలా కాకుండా ఆ 1000లో ఇంచే డిడక్ట్ చేస్తే అది తప్పు. అంటే డేటా కన్సిస్టెంట్గా మెయింటైన్ అవ్వట్లేదు అని. ఎందుకంటే ఒక్కొక్కసారి ఓకే నా దగ్గర 300 ఉన్నాయి, 50 పంపిస్తున్నాను, 250 ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 250లో నుంచి 20 పంపిస్తున్నాను, 230 ఉంటాయి. ఓకే బాగానే ఉంది. 300లో నుంచి నేను ఒక 200 పంపించేశాక ఇంకొక అకౌంట్కి కూడా 200 పంపించాలనుకుంటే అలాంటప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది కదా. ఎందుకంటే డేటా కన్సిస్టెంట్గా లేదు. 300లో నుంచి 200 డిడక్ట్ అయ్యి 100 ఇమీడియట్గా బ్యాలెన్స్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఆ 300లో నుంచి 200 ఇంకొక అకౌంట్కి కూడా డిడక్ట్ అయితే 400 అయిపోతుంది కదా. అంటే నెగిటివ్ బ్యాలెన్స్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అట్లా ఉండకూడదు. సో దట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ డేటా ఈజ్ నాట్ మెయింటైన్డ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్లీ ప్రాపర్. ఒక చిన్న ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ జరిగినా కానీ ఇమీడియట్గా అప్డేట్ అయిన వాల్యూలోంచి రిమైనింగ్ అమౌంట్ డిడక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే అప్పుడే మనం డేటా కన్సిస్టెంట్గా ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పగలం. అర్థమైందా అండి? వాట్ డూ యూ మీన్ బై డేటా కన్సిస్టెన్సీ? దట్ ఈస్ ద సెకండ్ యాసిడ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. అటామిసిటీ అంటే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఖచ్చితంగా కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది ప్రాపర్గా అంటేనే స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి. అటామిసిటీ మీన్స్ దట్. కన్సిస్టెన్సీ మీన్స్ ఎన్ని ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ చేసినా ఏ పాయింట్లో అయినా కానీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ప్రాపర్గా ఉండాలి, డేటా కరెక్ట్గా మెయింటైన్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ డూ యూ మీన్ బై డేటా కన్సిస్టెన్సీ. అర్థమైందా అండి? వీరా, గాయత్రి, కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ రిప్లై? Okay, and then the third property is isolation. This is also similar to consistency, but strictly it follows. Whenever you are doing multiple transaction, each and every transaction should be independent. It should not be dependent on the previous transaction. All the transactions should be independent. That is what do you mean by isolation. అండ్ దెన్ ద ఫైనల్ వన్ ఈజ్ డ్యూరబిలిటీ. అంటే ఏంటి? ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ అన్నీ చేసినప్పుడు అన్నీ కూడా ఆటోమేటిక్గా సేవ్ అవ్వాలి. ఇప్పుడు నేను క్రియేటు, ఇన్సర్ట్, డిలీట్, అట్లా క్రియేట్, సెలెక్ట్ అని అన్నీ చేశాను. చేసిన తర్వాత కమిట్ అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇప్పటిదాకా చేసినవి అన్నీ సేవ్ అవుతాయి. అట్లా కమిట్ అనలేదు అనుకోండి ఏమవుతుంది? కమిట్ చేయనప్పుడు ఒక్కోసారి సిస్టమ్ క్రాష్ అయినా లేదంటే నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ వచ్చి క్లోజ్ అయినా ఒక్కొక్కసారి డేటా లాస్ అవ్వచ్చు. అంటే నేను ఇప్పటిదాకా క్రియేట్ చేసిన టేబుల్స్, ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసిన డేటా అన్నీ లూజ్ అయిపోతాను, మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే సో అట్లా కమిట్ చేయలేకుండా డేటాని లూజ్ అయితే దెన్ యువర్ అప్లికేషన్ ఆర్ యువర్ డేటాబేస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ద డ్యూరబిలిటీ ప్రాపర్టీ. బట్ ఆర్డిబిఎంఎస్ ఈజ్ డ్యూరబుల్. అంటే ఏంటంటే ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ద పర్మనెంట్ స్టోరేజ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ డేటా by committing your transactions. Even though there is a network issue or crash, anything happens, system fails, the data will be survived. Data is not lost because there is auto commit option also, so that whatever transactions you are making will be saved permanently. Will be saved what? Permanently. Is it clear? These are the four acid properties RDBMS is going to follow on the tables that you are creating. Okay, అర్థమైందండి? సో నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ నేను డిస్కస్ చేసింది నార్మలైజేషన్ అండి. సో మీరు నార్మలైజేషన్ కూడా ఒక్కసారి మీకు ఇవాళ వీడియో రికార్డింగ్ పంపిస్తారు, డే 1 అండ్ 2ది. ఒకసారి చూడండి, చూసి అర్థం కాకపోతే ఎనీవే సాటర్డే సండే మీకు ఆఫ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇంకొంచెం డీటెయిల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఉంటుంది. సో చూసి అర్థం కాలేదంటే కనుక మండే సెషన్ రోజు ఏ టాపిక్ అర్థం కాలేదో అది ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేస్తాను.
మిగతా ఈ నోట్స్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది మాకు?
ఇవాళ వస్తుందండి.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, అందరికీ ఇవాళ షేర్ అవుతుంది, నేను ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తాను. దే విల్ షేర్. ఆల్రెడీ నేను గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్లో యాడ్ చేసేసాను డేటాని. మీకు ఒక మెయిల్ వస్తుంది, అంటే ఒక ఫామ్ ఫిల్ చేయమనో ఏదో సంథింగ్, దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫిల్ ఇట్. సో SQL batch 7 it has created. I have added the data also, like what is database, ఇంట్రొడక్షన్, ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ప్రాసెస్, నార్మల్ ఫామ్, అందరూ కూడా ఈ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ఫైల్ పెట్టానండి. ఇవాళ చూసి ఈ ప్రాసెస్ ఫాలో అయ్యి మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయండి. గూగుల్ క్రోమ్లోకి ఎలా వెళ్ళాలి, ఏది డౌన్లోడ్ చేయాలి, ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేశాక ఓపెన్ చేసి దేన్ని డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయాలి, పాస్వర్డ్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఇవన్నీ స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ నేను రాసి పెట్టాను, ఎట్లా ఓపెన్ చేయాలి అనేది అన్నీ కూడా. సో మీరు ఈ ఫైల్ కూడా నేను యాడ్ చేసేసాను. సో మీరు ఈ ప్రాసెస్ ఫాలో అయ్యి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా అండి? ఓకే, దెన్ వీ విల్ కంటిన్యూ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్ మండే. ఇంకా ఎవరికైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే వెయిట్ చేసి అడగండి, అదర్వైజ్ యూ కెన్ లీవ్ ద సెషన్.